Hi, Mr. Gary from Gloucester here with Jason Wood. Jason has been a member of our club since he was 6 years old. Jason is a senior at Lynchburg University and plays on their baseball team for the Hornets. And Jason and I are here today to talk to you about our Badges for Baseball program and give you some basic tips and instructions as to the different positions, the field layout, how to pitch, how to hit, and going over different equipment that is used in the process.
Hey, we're here at the Youth Development Park, and we're just going to discuss a little bit of how the baseball field is laid out. So you have your 60-foot bases, you've got your pitcher mound in the middle, and the baseball field consists of 9 positions. You got your pitcher, your catcher, your first base, your second baseman, third base, shortstop, left field, center field, and right field. Now, we're going to discuss the batter's boxes, pitcher's mound, and the foul lines, and also the coach's boxes. All right, we're here at the pitcher's mound. We're just going to focus on what the pitcher does and what his job is on the baseball field. So right now his location is in the middle of the infield. All right, so he's the one on the rubber or on the mound, and he's the one that's going to be throwing the ball to the catcher. Okay, now his job is to get the batter out, and if the batter hits the ball, then his fielders have a chance to field the ball and get them out. Now, the pitcher has a couple different options on different pitches. Okay, so as a pitcher, you're going to be standing on the rubber, and we're going to be looking at the catcher, and the catcher is going to be giving the pitcher a signal on what pitch to throw and where to throw it. Now, the first pitch that we're going to talk about that the catcher is going to give you is the first pitch, which is number 1. It's a 4-seam fastball. Okay, your 4-seam fastball is going to be a straight ball coming into the plate. And so the way we're going to hold the baseball is we're going to have our 4-seam right here. We have a horseshoe, and so we're going to place our 2 fingers right on the seams of the baseball. Now, we're just going to hold it just like this. We're not going to hold it, we're not going to grip it tight, and we're not going to grip it loose. We're just going to have a nice, comfortable grip where we can throw the baseball pretty firm. So as a pitcher, we have multiple pitches, and so we've already discussed the 4-seam fastball, which is 1. Now the catcher might give you number 2, which is a curveball. Okay, the way we hold a curveball is we're going to have our horseshoe right here, and we're going to place our 2 fingers right on this seam right here. Now we're going to have a slanted grip where we have our thumb on the bottom side of the baseball. And now the way we throw this baseball is we're going to throw it just like our fastball, but at the end we're going to pull it down. So the next pitch the catcher might give the pitcher is number 3, which is your changeup. Now the way to hold a changeup is we're going to have our horseshoe just like this. And so what's this called? It's called a circle change. So we're going to make a circle with our hand, and we're going to put it right over the horseshoe. Now, the way we throw this is we have a nice firm grip on the baseball, and we throw it just like our fastball, and it's going to come into the catcher just a little bit slower. That's why. So we're here at the catcher's position, and we're just here to talk about what the catcher does and his job on the baseball field. So his job is just a little bit different from everybody else's on the field. The catcher is required to wear protective gear. He's got his shin guards, he's got his chest protector, he's got his face mask, and he's got his glove. This glove is a little bit more padded for the pitcher throwing a little bit harder than the rest of the infielders. So his job is to squat down in this manner, and he is just to give the pitcher a nice big old target. Okay, so we're over here at first base, and we're over here to discuss what the first baseman's job is on the baseball field. So the first baseman, he has a bigger glove than normal of the other infielders and outfielders. He's got a big old mitt, and so his job is to field a ground ball, or if it's a ground ball to another position such as second base, third base, or shortstop, his job is to run over to first base, put 1 foot on the bag, and he's supposed to catch the ball to get the runner out. Okay, so we're over here at second base. The second base position does not mean that you are standing on second base. That means you are located directly where this cone should be, okay? So it's in between first and second, kind of in this deep hole of the field, and your job is to catch a ground ball or fly ball. Whatever ball hits you, you're supposed to field it. And if it's a ground ball, you throw it to first base to get the runner out. All right, we're over here at shortstop. Shortstop is located in between second base and at third base, and he is covering the deep part of the infield, directly where this cone is. His job is just like the second baseman, to field a ground ball or to catch a fly ball and throw it to the first baseman. We're over here at third base. That does not mean we're standing on third base, but we are standing at the third base position. Now, third base position is located right at this cone, just off of the foul line. Now, the third baseman is called the hot corner of the infield. Okay, this is where they have a short time to react to the ball to make a decision on where to throw the ball or how to make the play. So, as we discussed all of our infield positions, we're going to move to the outfield. So, as an outfield, we have our left field, our center field, and our right field. Now, their jobs are to catch a fly ball and to back up their infielders on a ground ball. Okay, we're here at the batter's box. We talked about the pitcher, the catcher, and the batter's box. Now we're going to talk about the role of a hitter. So, the role of a hitter, before we hit the ball, we got to know how to hold the bat. Okay, so the way to hold a bat is, for a righty, you have your bottom hand, which is your left hand, on the knob of the bat. Now you have your top hand close to your bottom hand. Now, we don't want to grip it really hard like we're punching. We want to grip it to where we're lining our knuckles up, and so that we have a nice smooth swing. So as we're looking for the pitch to come in, you're going to look at the ball in this general vicinity, right across the plate, okay? So we have our grip, and we're going to be ready for the ball, and we're just going to have a nice level swing. So we're going to rock back to get all that power on that back leg. So we're going to rock back, and we're just going to have a nice smooth swing through the ball. All right, so as a righty batter, we talked about having our grip, where our bottom hand is on the knob of the bat and our top hand is on the top of your hand, okay? Now, as a lefty, you are going to do the exact opposite. So as a lefty, this is your batter's box. You're going to have your right hand on the knob of the bat and your left hand on top of that. Now we're going to have the same grip as we have our knuckles aligned, so have that smooth swing. So you're going to watch the pitch come in, and when that ball crosses the plate, we're just going to have that nice smooth swing to try to hit the ball. So once you make contact with the ball, and after you run to first, you have two options of reaching first base. So the first way to approach first base is if you make contact and hit the ball in the infield. When you see the ball off the bat, you're probably going to know if it's a ground ball to the infield or a fly ball to the outfield. So if it's a ground ball to the infield, we're going to run to first, and we're going to step on the front part of the bag and run through, okay? So we don't cause an injury, okay? Now, option number two is if we hit a ball deep on the baseball field to the outfield, and we know that we don't have to run through the bag, we can make a round turn and come at an angle and run through the bag to see where the ball is. Now, so as we wrap up here at the Day at the Field, just wanted to discuss the Cal Ripken Senior Badges for Baseball lessons that we teach on and off the field. Number one would be sportsmanship. Understanding we cannot always change the situation, but we can control how we react to that situation. Number two would be teamwork. Understanding that we can often accomplish more with the help of others than we can on our own. Number three would be leadership. Striving to be the best you can be and encouraging others to do the same, win or lose, on and off the field. Number four would be communication. To communicate effectively, one must not only speak, but also listen and focus on what is being said. Number five would be respect. It goes with the golden rule, treat others how you would want to be treated. Number six, avoid stinking thinking. Understanding the value of a positive, patient, and tolerant attitude in our relationships on and off the field with others. Number seven, personal responsibility. Understanding that we as individuals are responsible for both the positive and negative consequences of our actions and decisions. Number eight is work ethic. Recognizing that to be successful in life, it takes hard work, energy, and a commitment to do your best and finish what you start. Number nine, developing good life habits. Recognizing that building good daily habits will help us do well and avoid potential barriers to our success. Staying on task, being organized, and staying active in healthy ways allows us to maintain positive attitudes and outlooks and keep us focused on our goal for brighter futures. Number 10 is choosing to be healthy, identifying and understanding that eating healthy, avoiding dangerous substances, and staying active helps us achieve our goals. Number 11 would be choosing your teammates, learning to choose teammates on and off the field that have a positive effect on your life overall. Number 12 is choosing your future. Understand that we all have the power to succeed in life and achieve the goals we strive toward. Don't settle for what you think you have been dealt. Believe in magic and reach for the stars.
Mr. Gary back at Gloucester, dealing with the Badges for Baseball program. We have our guest with us today, Sheriff Darrell Warren. Sheriff's Office and the Sheriff have been involved with us since 2007 with the Badges for Baseball program. And today we're just going to talk to the Sheriff a little bit about the importance of the program and how their participation with the youth has been over the years, and want to thank them for their participation with what we have going on. So Sheriff, can you explain to us why it's important for your office and yourselves to be involved with a program like the Badges for Baseball program?
Well, we're always striving to be involved with the youth in the county, building relationships, positive relationships with our kids, so that we can build trusting relationships, hoping that if they ever get into any kind of situation, that A, they feel comfortable approaching us, but B, it just gives them an avenue to reach out. If you know somebody, you're more likely to contact them than if somebody that's a complete stranger to you. So, A, the police are your friends. We want them to know that. B, if you need us, we have a lot of resources that we have available to them, and we want to be able to get those resources with these kids if they need them.
We appreciate that. And I know you take an active role in this
Absolutely.
program with us. You've come out and helped us coach and pitch to the kids and been a part of this program, and you've allowed your officers to chaperone our week-long trips up to the Cal Ripken Senior Camp in Aberdeen, Maryland.
Right.
And that is certainly appreciated in that regard. What do you feel that yourselves and your officers take away from working with the kids in these programs, and how rewarding is it to you guys as much as it is building those relationships with the kids?
But it's very rewarding to see the smile on kids' face, to see the positive interaction, to be able to mentor, guide, lead these kids in a positive direction in their lives. But the one thing I think we take away is it gives us a perspective of how kids think today. What is important to them, because it's different than when you and I were kids. The kids think different. They have different priorities, and it's nice to be able to get their perspectives on the way things are going on in life.
And we certainly appreciate your time and
Absolutely.
your continued support of this program and our program and the different things that you do with your clubs. And
Certainly enjoy it.
we thank you.
Absolutely.